Hey everyone, this is Clarissa, and I'm going to talk about some of my favorite Easter eggs found in Rogue One. Now, this is not a Rogue One review, and nor is it a complete list of the Rogue One Easter eggs or spoilers, because there is a very long list of them. A lot of the Easter eggs are really detailed, or really small, or really big and obvious and big part of the story. A lot of the Easter eggs come from early Lucasfilms, or they come from concept art, video games, comics, animated series of Star Wars. So the list goes on about all the kind of Easter eggs there are in the movie. First off, there are plenty of Easter eggs that are right in your face and they're obvious. They're easy to see. Most people notice them. The type of AT walkers that we're seeing, the Bacta tank that we see Darth Vader in, that we also saw Luke in Empire Strikes Back. So there's a lot of things here and there. But I want to talk about my favorites that really got me really excited and thinking and just like make my heart flutter. First is probably a big fan favorite. Bail Organa's just presence in the film was just so awesome, and it got me really excited, and I'm sure a lot of fans loved seeing him back. You start thinking about Leia, where she is then, and then his hint towards Obi-Wan, his friend who helped him in the Clone Wars, and then that he needs someone to help relay the message, and it's someone he trusts with his life. It's Princess Leia. So it was pretty exciting to see him in the movie again. It got me really excited, thinking, he's got to start connecting the third and the fourth, which is really Bail Organa, because you see him in the third, and, well, same with Mon Mothra, which was also really cool Easter egg that was part of the movie, but it was really cool to see her, and I'm sure a lot of fans really like to see her in it. Next is Ponda Baba and Dr. Cornelius Avazan that we see on Jedha, that Jyn Orso bumps into. Definitely got me excited to think, these are the guys we see messing with Luke Skywalker and Obi-Wan on the Cantina on Tatooine, and now here they are in Jedha again, causing trouble, bumping into people, probably going on about how he's wanted in 12 systems. It was pretty exciting. And then you got to think later, sorry spoiler, but when Jedha is exploded, you think, oh, well, those guys got out of there in time, and now they're going to the Cantina, and then you see in New Hope, you see them at the Cantina, and you're like, those guys were just on Jedha, they're messing with Jyn Erso, they knew the Rebel spies that stole the plans for the Death Star. Pretty cool, pretty exciting. That got me really jumping out of my seat during the movie to see them in there. It was pretty funny, it was pretty cool. Next, oh man, little detail, but I'm sure a lot of people noticed it. It was really funny, really cool to see them, and the connection to the original stories. On Yavin, the rebel base, we see the sentry guy in the sky tower, like the watchtower on Yavin, watching the spaceships coming in and out. It was pretty funny to see him, and it's just a little tidbit that connects with the original movies, and you think, like, just little things like that are really exciting and really funny. I loved it. I noticed it and I was cracking up. I was like, yeah, that's the guy you see in the rebel base, just minding his own business, doing his job, monitoring the spaceships coming in and out, who knows if he knows what's going on down on the planet or up in space. He's just doing his job with a big old hat, hanging out up there. That was really cool to see, just a tiny little detail added in there. That I thought was funny and really got me happy to see that in there. And probably it took me a second time around seeing the film to notice this Easter egg. It was really cool, well, only on sad circumstances. So on the battle on Scarif, there is the Red 5. This was Cadet Pedron Gall, who was Red 5 leader, and unfortunately he crashes and he dies, but then, later on, who better to fill that Red 5 position than Luke Skywalker in New Hope, out with the Rebel fleet. So that was a minor detail that you think, okay, there's Red 5, but then later you see that guy crashes and dies, which actually two of those pilots was restored original footage from New Hope, which was pretty cool. You notice it, you think they're CGI, but they weren't. They were just restored footage from the original movie, which was pretty awesome. Talking about the fact that Grand Moff Tarkin and then Leia, yes, they were CGI'd, but they were awesome. It's so cool to see Tarkin back in the film. He was a major character in New Hope, so it was pretty cool to see him in that too. Again, other obvious ones, C-3PO and R2 back at it again, and their little spot in the movie. They end up on Tatooine later, and they escape on the same ship with Leia when they were shot out on the pod, blah blah blah, you guys already know. Details in the film that fans got to notice and pick out and get really excited for, and you just tie it in with the originals and the prequels, and they're just little things you didn't know you needed in your life, but it was really cool to see and really exciting to talk about when I bring it up with people. Plenty more, but those are some ones that got me really excited and laughing and just made me really happy while watching the movie. So hope you enjoyed. Let me know in the comments what your favorite Easter eggs in Rogue One were, if I didn't mention one that you really thought I should have mentioned. So let's talk about that.